Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have swatches for you from the Hogwarts Supply List Collection from my brand Pampered Polishes. So every year Amy from nailpolishbabyy90 and I come together and kind of coordinate a collection based around Harry Potter. Last year was the only year that we didn't do Harry Potter. We did Disney in the spirit of my Year of Disney collections. But we are back on the Harry Potter train, and this year we were inspired by the Hogwarts school supply lists. I do like to release these on the Saturday between my birthday and her birthday, so mine falls on a Saturday this year, therefore all my releases are Saturdays. Therefore I moved it a week up, so this collection is actually releasing on November 11th. So in the description box, I will link the Pampered Polishes site, I will link my business Instagram page, I will link my main Instagram page where you can see more swatches of everything from today's video, and then I will go ahead and link Amy's Instagram and YouTube channel as well. Per the usual of my collections, this is a one batch release. I don't plan on restocking anything if something sells out, and in fact I actually can't restock anything from this collection because I wrote nothing down. I did not take a singular note, I didn't measure anything, I just went with what I wanted to make and what Amy was inspired by and what I was inspired by and her suggestions and my thoughts. So I didn't write a single thing down, and I love making collections like that because everything is unique. So I don't have a recipe to repeat. Okay, so we do have 6 polishes in this collection to look at today, and let's go ahead and get started.
So first we have Dressed for Magic, and this is a black linear holo, and then it also has holographic flakes. This is very opaque here on this first coat. I would dare say a 1 coater, but I personally always go for 2 anyway, so that's kind of a minimum requirement for me. But if you are in a rush, you could definitely get this one opaque in 1. I think the formula is good, no running, pooling, or staining, and per the usual of holographics, this is going to be much more holographic when it's fully dried down, and it's going to be blaringly holographic in the sun. So here's our second coat, and it was opaque in 1, so it's definitely opaque in 2. You'll want some top coat. It will help that holo stand out to its fullest potential. It'll also help protect your manicure and keep it lasting as long as possible and avoid chips. This is going to dry smooth though, nothing will dry textured, and removal will be easy. So there are 2 coats of Dressed for Magic. So up next we have Found Only in Diagon Alley, and this one is a oil slick multi-chrome linear holographic, again with holographic microflakes. This is pretty opaque here on this first coat, not as opaque as Dressed for Magic was, so it definitely requires that second coat. In person, this is super shifty. I was only able to capture a couple angles of it, but very shifty in all different lightings. And again, just like Dressed for Magic, this will be much more holographic once it's fully dried down, and blaringly holographic after top coat in the sun. Here's that second coat for full coverage. You are mostly seeing this pink to purpley kind of to greeny gold, but in different lightings, like I said, you get an oil slick of colors. So there are 2 coats of Found Only in Diagon Alley. So up next we have I Look Like My Great Aunt Tessie, and this one is a kind of creamy based crelly. I didn't want a stark white crelly for this one. I wanted something a little bit softer, so I creamed it out a little bit, gray beiged it out, but it is still primarily white. My standard crelly formula, pretty opaque here on this first coat. I got full coverage in 2, and this one also has tiny brown micro glitter. It's got a couple different orange and coral colored glitters, and then some copper colored glitters as well. So that did cover completely for me in 2 coats. You'll definitely want some top coat to smooth this out. It is glitter, so it is going to dry with some texture. Something on the thicker side should do the trick. Or if you would prefer those glitter smoothers under your regular top coat, really does wonders for glitter. And this is also going to be difficult to remove because it is glitter. So there are 2 coats of I Look Like My Great Aunt Tessie. Up next we have Nimbus 2000, and this one is a clear base, absolute flaky filled polish. I'm going to show 3 coats of it on its own as well as 1 coat over a red. This one has gold, copper, bronze, and black flakes in it. I think the formula is excellent. 2 coats, I was really happy with coverage, but I am showing you 3 just to cover any questionable bits that could be hanging around. You'll want some top coat to bring some life back to this. It doesn't dry the sparkliest of sparklies, but once you put that top coat on, it totally screams holiday, and removal's easy but a little messy. So there are 1 and 3 coats of Nimbus 2000. So up next we have Pet Owl, and this one is a soft white jelly base, and it's got holographic flakes in it as well as a green to gold aurora shimmer. This one is meant to be sheer. It's meant to have that kind of ethereal, soft look on the nails. If I put it in a stark white base, um, that Aurora Shimmer would not be the main star of the polish, and I wanted that to shine the most. So the base of this one does have to be a little bit more sheer to get the look I was going for, and I think this turned out so stinking cute. It looks like a snowy owl, and it's just adorable. So this is building up well in 2 coats. I am going to go in for 3 though, just to cover all of my bases. If you work a little bit thicker, you might be able to get away with 2, but I really think 3 is where this one's sweet spot is. This is going to dry on the dull side, so you're going to want some top coat just to finish it off. Add some shine and life back to this polish, but nothing is going to dry textured. Nothing will be difficult to remove. And the Aurora Shimmer that's in here, I will say it is finicky. It's not like a multi-chrome. It's not going to shine like totally, but in the right lightings, it is absolutely breathtaking. So there are 3 coats of Pet Owl. Up next, we have The Wand Chooses the Wizard, and this one is a teal jelly base, and then it's got a blue to green to purple magnetic aurora shimmer, and then it's absolutely full of these sparkling, dazzling platinum flakes. This is a little bit sheer here on this first coat. I did do 2 coats to get full coverage, but if you say you need 3, I would not be surprised. It's right there teetering the line of needing 2 and 3. There are so many of these platinum flakes in here, and they just absolutely shine off of the nail, and they are just gorgeous, and for some reason they just scream holiday to me. Now this isn't the most apparent of magnetics on camera here because of the reflection of these flakes. You can't see it super well on camera, but it's definitely there in person. You'll want some top coat to add some life back to this, but removal will be easy. So there are 2 coats of The Wand Chooses the Wizard. And lastly for today, we have Happee Birthday Amy, and she doesn't know about this polish yet. She actually hasn't received her package of these yet, and I didn't tell her I was making this one. So this is a pink Crelly, and it's meant to kind of represent Harry's birthday cake, but instead of like green, I put blue and yellow just to make it a little bit more personalized to Amy. And this one also dries to a matte finish. I got full coverage in 2 coats, a nice, smooth, easy application. I had no running, pooling, or staining. If you don't love that matte finish, you could definitely just throw a top coat over this. I am going to show you photos of it both ways. Nothing dries textured, and removal is easy, so there are 2 coats of Happee Birthday Amy. And here's a look at the full collection. I just swoon whenever me and Amy make collections together. I think she has some really brilliant ideas, and I have a really good time like coming up with what she's kind of picturing, but from like thousands and thousands of miles away. So it's really a lot of fun to work with her on these collections. Overall, this really looks like a Harry Potter collection to me, and individually it also screams Harry Potter to me, so I'm honestly thrilled with how everything turned out here.
And guys, that is it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of these polishes. Let me know if you plan on picking any of them up, and let me know what your favorite was. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, subscribe if you'd like to see more from me, and I will talk to you again next time.